over there where you are, Wash?
Not yet. No, we still got light, man. We
Not
haven't turned to the dark
yet.
side yet.
Not yet. Not all of us, but some of us. Doug. Perfect. Welcome in stream. This is MOTN Live, where we've become a bit of a Voltron, haven't we? We're all doing our separate things and our individual endeavors, but we come together on Fridays and for MOTN stuff. I love it. It's super cool that we've evolved and became this homunculi of content. Introductions all around. I'm of course your host, Mike G, the ultimate MC. And with me, as always, is the intrepid group of pleasure and the it's Toots and Wash. My brain is fried. It's Toots and Wash. Let's do introductions all around while I get it together. Let's start with I know, hence the crash. Toots, help me.
Yeah, it's me. It's Toots. I'm here with Brian and Mike, and so as not to do what Michael's doing. Hi, Brian.
What up? It is Friday, and I am freaking excited. I don't know about the
Yeah.
rest of y'all, but for the love of God, it seems like the first 10 days of June was like a microsecond, and the last 20 days of June have been 3 months.
I agree. It has been a little dragon.
So,
Dragon.
I'm glad we are here on a Friday. Glad to see everybody. What's going on?
Man, nothing much. Just having a microcosm of existential crises all at the same time, Doug. It's always fun. Yeah, this has been a weird month, hasn't it? It's been kind of feast or famine in regards to just life, isn't it? But we're at the end of all things. We're at the end of June. Summer is
Also, just another dead zone, like in like the Nerdland this week. Like,
quiet.
wasn't it a little quiet or a little light coming in? I'm like, but
Yes.
I think IGN had, a third of what they normally have throughout a course of a week. And, as I was doing research, checking up on the interwebs this week, I was like, damn, I mean, everybody's on vacation, huh?
Yeah, summer, man.
We're not.
Weird.
Summertime
Summertime.
is definitely.
Yeah, there you
Speaking
go.
of,
We are,
there is a bone to pick with you. That Will Smith song is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. You have to be trolling to tell you. I mean, you're trolling us, right? You really don't like it. You're trolling us, right?
um, I mean, it has a good beat. Did you click it up to 1.25?
You're right. It does have a good beat. It does have a good beat at
Did
0.75 and 1.25. Yes, I
see?
heard both. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
all right. Well, that's all I'm saying. Like you said, and I said, hey, look, after you watch it and see it, there are even more questions to be had. But you know, it has a good beat.
I just
So
don't get it. It's
that's all I'm saying.
one thing I
I'm
will
not.
say is the age appropriate models. They were well into their 50s, so good for Will Smith on that one.
I'm not speaking neither here nor there as far as content goes. You're the one who's always on me about me not liking content that's, relatively offensive. I don't find it offensive, but yeah, it's kind of a weird, Wh- what you doing this Saturday? We're making a video. Uh, all right, question mark, but it has a good beat, man.
It
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 gets
has an okay beat. Yes. Yeah.
it gets the
And I'm
people
also
going.
And it is catchy because I found myself singing it like in the shower. I like
so
girls, girls, girls.
when
See?
I'm
I
like,
came walking
what am
in
I
like,
doing?
yeah, you know, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Toots.
And it's Will.
Dance. Come on, let's you ever see that clip of like what's her name from she was in she played Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield.
Emma
Um
Stone?
Emma Stone, thank you. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
knew someone would catch
Emma
that.
Stone was in the one with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, she was Gwen Stacy
Oh, I did not know that.
I think she almost looked like a different person because she was so young at that time.
and
Like,
blonde.
it takes me a second. In Blonde, that's what really throws it off. I'm like, was that her? But yeah, that was her. I love that series. That Garfield I liked him as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of potential there. It's just potential that wasn't really utilized because Marvel was Marvel was like, and we're ready. Yeah, and we're ready. So we're taking Spider-Man back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. You ever see that clip where she's like at the Oscars and she's like, "Let's dance" to like Jonah Hill, and Jonah Hill's like, "Nah, man, I'm not trying to dance." She tries to get him on stage.
I've only seen that part of it. I didn't know what the front part of it was. I've only seen the GIF of him doing that.
Yeah, it was like for that movie she did with Ryan Gosling. She's like, "Come on, Jonah, let's get on stage and dance. I feel like dancing." He's like, "Nah, man, I'm good." I love that.
The LA one.
Yes. My brain is Oscar winner. It robbed the Oscars that year. Everybody thought the other thing was going to win. Isn't that the Oscars where like Charlton Heston went up there and was like he said the wrong movie? It was
that was Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty, yeah. He said the wrong movie. That shit is awesome, dude.
Yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that. All this came off of the Will Smith conversation. Jesus.
We podding, baby. We podding. This is how it goes.
Wow.
It's a tumbleweed of conversation, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what is the episode called again? I saw it, but I couldn't see it.
It's called Oops All Labubus, dog.
Oops, all Labubu.
I hate those damn things.
That is wild. Where the hell did they come from?
I don't know, dog.
Where the hell did they come from?
I don't know. I just know they've infested whatnot. That's the thing I used to use to get on my fig pens and stuff. And everyone was selling fig pens, and I was able to collect, and I was engaging with the audience. And no, a dark cloud of Labubus showed up. And all these sellers just said, screw everything else. We're just selling Labubus all day. And now it's oops, all Labubus.
What are they and why? I saw them for the first time at Japan Fair 2 weeks ago. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, they're so in right now. Like, they're a big TikTok trend, blah, blah, blah. And he even had knockoff versions. He didn't have the real ones. So, like, my thing is, if you have to sell knockoffs already, like, where are all the real ones? And how did they get sold so quickly without anybody knowing? Like, obviously, the trend didn't start here in America. It started either in Japan or China. But what the hell?
I don't...
Like, what?
These things just blow up overnight. You mentioned, we had a conversation about it earlier, too. It's the Beanie Baby effect. You know what I mean? Where you blink and these things are just invading your house, you know, like termites.
Beanie Babies were gradual, though.
Was it gradual?
Yeah, of course. There was no internet back then for us to be like, look, I have this, and have influencers tell us and convince us what to get and what not to
that
get.
said, they were on the Today Show. You know what I mean? People were on the Today Show showing off their Beanie Babies and things.
That was after they blew up, though.
It helped get word around.
I think what happened was McDonald's. McDonald's started that entire thing because everybody wanted the McDonald's miniature Beanie Babies. Remember? I don't know if you guys remember when.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Mm-hmm. They sold them for a little bit, yeah. And I think you're both right. Like on top of being on the damn Today Show, you know, just come to boop, 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 boop. And it's like, I came in at the right moment. Yes, you did, Frisky Jesus. Thank you for coming through and hanging out with us nerds on a Friday night. Yes, sir. We're talking about Labubus and how they possibly may be satanic and cause all types of demonic infestation in your house.
Yes, those videos that exist too. Some girl was like, oh, I woke up and I had all these scratches on my neck. And I'm like, oh,
those
shoot.
things.
Labubus.
Labubus. Oops.
Now, I was wondering why Brian looked confused.
They look like the monsters from what's that children's book in the dark in the night?
Where the wild things are.
Yeah, where they look like where the wild things are.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Actually, that's what I thought they were when I first saw them. I had no idea they were called Labubu. I've only seen a couple.
They look like munchie cheese.
Supposedly they're Pazuzu, so they do a little bit look like munchie cheese, just a little. Munchie cheese don't have teeth though.
They don't have sharp teeth.
You just wanted to say munchie cheese, that's all. You're nasty, bro.
No, man, it's because when I was little, my dad used to call me a munchie cheese because I was like light skinned and big curly hair, and I kind of looked like Gizmo from Gremlins. So he used to sing munchie cheese, munchie cheese. Michael is a munchie cheese, and it used to piss me off.
Song slaps.
That song sucks, dog. You would think that shit like at school around my friends and shit. Like bastard.
Yeah. That's good stuff. 1,000 years pop.
1,000 years, Mike Prime, dude. What's going on, Brian? What's going on, Bradley? Shout outs to the Devon Perv movie. You keep bringing it up, Bradley, and one of us is going to watch it.
No,
Yes.
that's not true.
I
That's
didn't.
not true.
I wasn't even thinking about it, and Bradley brought up My Demon Lover. Obviously,
Thing is,
the
Bradley wants to watch
it's
it with me.
obvious
It's
the
obvious.
fans want it, and we have to give the fans what they want, right? Right?
Fan.
Fans.
One guy.
This man can defeat Freddy Krueger. He can defeat
That's
the
true.
aliens from ID4. He counts as multiple people. He has an impenetrable brain, dog.
But you do an entire show by yourself, Mike. I don't understand why you can't just do that review on your own and call it a day.
Because because it's
review
not.
the movie for the people.
It wouldn't be MOTN
Nobody's
code.
stopping you.
You got to blame Toots. It wouldn't be MOTN coded, dog. We need the squadron, dog. We need all of us to be on point. You know,
Well, good luck.
when
right.
a man can dream,
Random
dog.
select. Random
Dream.
select.
I'm gonna slide it. I'm gonna slide it into a random select, and it may not get picked, but it'll be there.
I mean, you
I
know,
absolutely believe that. I believe you would try that.
I
I
will.
mean, the laws of random.
The laws of random. If I put one movie in a sea of movies and random select chooses it, don't be mad at me. Be mad at the random gods. Be mad at them. You know what I'm saying? They chose this, and you will. Oh man! Speaking of gods, did anybody see the Fantastic Four trailer?
There's a new one.
No,
Yeah.
I've only watched the one, because why do I want to watch 8 trailers and see the movie? I don't.
Because
I want to like see the movie and be surprised. Like Superman is already went way overboard, and I'm like, guys,
you don't have to sell me
gotta-
anymore, right?
I
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily need to like rush and see it. You guys have taken the splendor, the sparkle away kind of for me.
Aw,
The
man.
Fantastic Four, only the one trailer.
You guys also suffer from Pedro Pascal fatigue too, though, or
He was in an episode of Burn Notice. He was in the Burn Notice movie. Yeah. Yeah, Pedro Pascal, dog.
You know, I don't see it. I didn't watch The Last of Us.
You know what it is?
So I don't see him except for Star Wars related
Yeah.
stuff.
And even in Mandalorian, he is not really shown. He's always in mask. So it kind of helps alleviate that Pedro Pascalism. Now, if I was watching The Last of Us,
true.
I would probably be tired of looking at his face. Because, you know.
And you know what? For us having this podcast, that is a show that's not talked about, and you guys are horror type of people. Was that a good show? I didn't like the game,
I
so
didn't
I
like the-
surely did not watch the show.
No.
I didn't watch the show,
No,
and I don't know much about the game.
and that's wild, considering that game sold game busters. So for 3 out of 3 of us to be like, yeah, whatever, that's just random.
Might have been more interested in the game had the Walking Dead game not come out.
Took the wind
at
out
the
of its
same time.
sails.
And
Absolutely.
it's so
Clementine
good.
forever. Oh my God. Is
Yeah.
it?
Clementine all day.
I've watched it as a movie at least 3 times.
No, me too.
Like,
yeah.
Front to back, like
So
this is
good.
great.
Yeah.
I've watched that more than I watched the actual Walking Dead show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So
Yeah. Last of Us doesn't hold a candle for sure.
My question is, why did they ever never make a live action Clementine? Like, why did she ever never show up in the show? That's
Because
so
it's
weird.
Too good. It's too good. Is she not the ideal of what we'd want? And I mean, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do Ironheart. We're doing it.
Fine.
Show sucks ass.
Ooh,
Right?
we're gonna
Clementine.
fight. Yeah.
Clementine is a story written for a young black girl, right?
Is Clementine black?
Her savior is a young black man, right?
Yeah.
So why is there nothing there where two
Yeah.
prominent black actors can actually take this well-written role and do something amazing with it? Why are we stuck with I don't need no man? Why are we stuck with that? We should be moving forward from that, I think. And that's my issue with Ironheart and all these shows that try to prove stereotypes that we're trying to get away from. You can't have it both ways. We can't have stereotypical angry black women and also have a well-written show that people are going to respect. Can't do it. It's just not going to happen anymore. But you just made a good point. Why is there not a Walking Dead miniseries? If they can do Last of Us with a bunch of white people, why can't they do this? I just don't understand. See, is this Hollywood sabotaging the black actor? Again, this is my theory. I think Hollywood actively tries to sabotage the black actor to rage bait the audience.
No, I have a lot to unpack there. One, in regards to Clementine and miniseries, I so wholeheartedly agree. I want a Clementine live action as much as I want Cal Kestis in Star Wars. It's like, why aren't they converting these video game characters to the big screen that have their own built-in fan base that can just rock with it? You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't do it well very often.
It's
and I'm
hard.
going to interject and let you continue. That's why they're very cautious with their characters that they know are beloved, because you'll kill a franchise if you go put a Kratos in an Amazon show and that show is not good.
It's not good.
Like your God of War 6 is going to take a mild hit, and no one's looking to do that with that much money. So continue.
Yeah, it is a gamble.
I think they do it with a bunch of money anyway. I think they wasted plenty of millions and billions of dollars. Look what they're about to do with the one that's the big one that's supposed to come out after Fantastic Four. The one that's going to have every actor that they just threw a bunch of money.
Doomsday?
That one. So there's no promises that that's going to actually be good. There's only promises that they're going to have a big ass cast. That's it.
Yeah, you don't know.
So I mean,
we don't know.
Yeah, you're doing, but give it a chance, right? But just give it a chance.
Well, I'm a Marvel fan, so there's a little bias there. I can't front. Speaking of a little bit of bias, I have to push back on Ironheart.
Okay.
So I watched all 3 episodes because I was curious. You can
spoil it. That's fine.
There's nothing to spoil.
I did not get a chance, but this week I will be watching them. Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
So Ironheart is such an interesting bag. So Ironheart reminds me of the unapologetic. I know this is going to trigger Toots so much. It reminds me of the unapologetically black shows of the 90s and 2000s. You know what I mean? It reminds me of The Living Singles. It reminds me.
I was going to say name a few because those are well written.
Yes,
you're naming some that are good. Sorry.
I'm saying no. I said one. It reminds me of The Living Singles. It reminds me of A Different Worlds. It reminds me of The Rocks. You know what I mean? Where it's like, super black. You know what I mean? And the first episode is Charles S. Dutton, bro. And it's so in the first episode so jarring because we don't get that kind of content anymore. So it throws you back because it's super like, what you doing on the street, Ironheart? Get that iron suit out of here, Ironheart. It's very almost cringy because of the culture we're in now. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Time out. More cringy than episode 1 of Spider-Man animation? Or as cringy?
As cringy.
Wait, Spider-Man animation, the one that just came out?
The new one. That first episode was rough.
The one where you were like that first episode was rough.
Yes,
so
but
I'm asking.
I liked
just
it
for my context.
It sprinkled it in well. It sprinkled in a whole ass 90s vibe to it.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Did a good job.
I didn't have an issue, but they did put it in your face, like trying to sell their message. But go on. Mike, sorry, that's the last time.
No, you're good. No, I like this kind of conversation. So I don't, and all cards up. I don't know a lot about Riri Williams as a Marvel character. I don't know what's canon. I don't know what's not because she really doesn't have they don't really put her out there. She's not in any events or anything like that. So I'm learning with the show. MOTN, how you feel? So I'm learning with the show, and it's like, okay, it's Riri Williams against the world. It feels like she's the smartest person in the room, very stark swag. She doesn't need no help from no man, nobody, right? And at first it's very cringy, right? I'm like, okay, I got it. I get it. But then the character starts to get a little bit more complex when you kind of understand her origin story, which has kind of already been spoiled because she was in Wakanda Forever. So you kind of have to have that in the back of your head when watching the show.
What if a Marvel movie or two? There's bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and Bradley says for me, Ironheart is even cringier because of the black stuff, and it's like, yeah.
Thank you, Bradley.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Like if Ironheart came in 1995, I think it would have fared better than today. You know what I mean? Versus,
It's just a parody. Think about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle did it in his skits, right? What's up, young blood?
yeah,
Getting paid, right? That's supposed to be funny. It's parody. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's not supposed to be this is how we really are. It's not.
it.
So,
I
I
think
mean,
I agree. It's I think it's because our filmmakers don't know how to do that anymore. It's a lost
because they're
art.
white.
They don't know how to become. They
They're
don't know how to
white.
approach it genuinely. You know what I
We
mean? Like,
need an amazing black director or amazing black writers who understand what it's actually like to be in a black person's shoes instead of assuming and saying, you know what, I'm a good person because I'm actually hiring a black actor, so at least that's something. And yet they're still going around with the two snaps and the neck moves and like black women aren't like that. Sorry, it's just I mean the
yeah,
ones that are because they're saturated with television. People aren't like that in real life. I'm tired. I'm just for one, I'm tired of seeing parodies. I don't we don't see like we don't see it largely in Mexican culture outside of the stereotypical cholo in a movie. And so what? Like for some reason it's different when it's a cholo. You won't see a black gang member in a movie so much anymore. You won't see that because no, we're gonna shun away from that, even though that's more of reality than two snaps and the neck pull when it comes, you know what I mean? Like again, there's stereotypes, there's patterns, there's all this other stuff, and we're either going to complain about how they're portrayed or we're going to accept how they're portrayed and then complain later that hey, this is how you guys really are. It's not fair. It's not fair
yeah.
to anybody, and especially to Black Hollywood, in my opinion. Especially to Black Hollywood. It's sabotaging Black Hollywood to me.
I definitely see what you're saying. I definitely get it. And we're 3 episodes in, and this is and it can and for me, even me, who's trying to shoot at bail and play devil's advocate, I think they have the right thing at heart, but it doesn't convey because of the writing, and just certain characters aren't selling it for me. Riri Williams is fine. The actress who plays her, I think, is working with what she got. The guy who plays the Hood is a complete miscast for me because it's the dude from Hamilton. It's the guy who sings, the story of tonight. You know what I mean? He's like this, he looks very he looks very non-threatening. He's like
Is it Lafayette?
no, it's the light-skinned guy with the light eyes. Tonight there'll be more of us.
So I think that's the one who also plays his son in Hamilton.
Exactly.
Okay, I
Yeah.
don't remember his name. Oh wow.
Yeah, he plays the villain, the Hood, who's supposed to be like this kind of shisty, kind of like double timing, scumbag who finds this satanic hood and becomes possessed by it. But I'm not threatened by this guy at all. He has no presence. He has no aura, as the kids say. And when I see him,
Why is Eric Andre there?
because I love that Eric Andre's there. It's stupid. I love it. Because he's dumb and he doesn't really get it. I think I'm gonna, it's Marvel and it's Iron Man. I want to see what happens. They've already introduced a secret villain into this show that I think is really interesting. And of course, the shadow of Mephisto has me locked no matter if I really wanted to watch it or not. So I have to see, man.
They haven't shown him yet, though.
No, they've only hinted.
Yeah.
They've barely hinted at the inclusion of Mephisto, who's probably top 3 villains in Marvel history, up there with like Doctor Doom and damn, you know what I'm saying, like Thanos. He's one of those. He's one of them. So
Yeah.
even the presence of him has me interested. But Toots, I totally agree. I think they have the best interest in mind, but they're not pulling it off. I don't think they know how to anymore. I don't think Disney ever had it in them to give us kind of like, you know what it reminds me of is their approach with Miss Marvel with Kamala Khan, where they try to show you the culture, and we're gonna give you the culture the Middle Eastern culture, and you're kind of like, yeah, but there needs to be a show in here somewhere. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be stakes, as Wash would say, and a plot, and a character that develops. And in 3 episodes in, I'm kind of like meh, but I want to give it a shot because it's Marvel. It can lead to other things, and
It's 3 episodes.
it's 3 episodes in. But
I mean,
3 episodes could drop you from the show. Like, you could watch 3 episodes and be like, you know what, I gave it the old college try, I'm out.
You
You
do
know?
not have to tell me. Yes,
No.
I'm fully aware. But I guess my point is that, and I haven't seen it, but Marvel has a plan. Like,
Well,
it's
yeah.
not like they dropped this out of nowhere.
Do
So,
they though?
3 episodes in, I'm not, let's put it this way, I'm expecting it to be better than, what's the freaking season 2 or 3 of that's What If? Has to be better than that.
Such horrible. What if it's so bad?
Has to be better than that. I'm not expecting Agatha, but I am expecting something that is at least entertaining in the space of the Marvel story, like getting to see some things that are going to reveal some things, especially considering just where it's coming out at. It's preluding 2 of their biggest films that
Have to be successful. Yeah.
have no like you don't want 2D, you don't want Lady Odin going in the Fantastic Four with the taste of Ironheart in the back of her
You're
mouth.
right, Doug. You're absolutely right.
I mean,
I
so
can't front.
3 episodes in, it's like,
I
yeah,
will bring
okay.
out the two
I will
snaps.
bring out the two steps.
By episode 7
Wait.
or 8, I'm kind of expecting to feel like, you know what? Okay, they're doing something. So that's my expectation. I guess I'll see.
Okay, I have one question for Toots, and then I'll answer Frisky Jesus' question.
Yes, I was going to say that's a good question.
Yes. Toots, did you ever watch the Luke Cage Netflix show? Black Man, Bulletproof Black Man?
No, admittedly, no.
Because I feel that show is genuinely black. I feel that it comes from it with a soft place and I think what Ironheart and these shows lack is a soft hand. You don't have to be so heavy handed with this shit. You know what I mean? I think
There you
Luke
go.
Cage comes. So I will ask you before the next live to watch the first episode of Luke Cage and
All
let
right,
me know
I
what you
got you.
think.
I got you.
And if
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a differential between your experience with Ironheart and with Luke Cage, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Very
I
cool.
definitely would do that.
Thank
But
you.
there's going to be variables. This is about a woman. And because I'm a woman, I know that women don't act that way. I don't care if you're black or white or purple. Women don't do the things that they want to expect us to believe black women do. I
Understood.
have yet to meet a black woman who acts the way Riri does, or any other Disney portrayal of black women, or the whole thing with She-Hulk where she's twerking with Megan the seahorse or whatever her name is. So
I like Megan the Seahorse.
yeah, whatever. Like that's not real life. That's not reality. So that's my point. So
I get it.
I do think because Luke Cage is a man, there's different things that character is probably going to be able to get away with, not stereotypically speaking, but just in general, the writing doesn't have to be as solid for a male in a lead role than it does for a female in a lead role. In a sense.
And
But that'd be the only those would be the variables. But no, I'm so down, so down.
yeah,
to check that
and
out.
I wish I could give you an example of Marvel or even DC that provides what you're looking for that African American female voice, but it just doesn't exist yet. This Ironheart is the first try. You know what I mean? I would.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I would task you to check out Luke Cage. I think you'll be surprised. But to answer Frisky Jesus' question, can anyone explain to me why they assassinated the character of Rhodey? Don Cheadle is being wasted, and they haven't even gotten to Secret Wars. So to back that up a little bit, so it sent Wash spinning. So
Well, I just got done watching Infinity War. I just kind of did a random, and I'm like, I'm gonna start from here, and I would not Infinity War, but
Secret Invasion.
no, the freaking the robot, Vision.
WandaVision.
No, the movie.
Ultron. Age of Ultron.
Thank you. Age of Ultron.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to figure out in my head when he said Rhodey, I'm like, is he real? Is that the real? I wasn't even thinking about it in the movie, but go on.
Yeah, Rhodey. What I think you're alluding to, Frisky Jesus, and definitely let me know in the chat, is how they portrayed him in Secret Invasion. And Secret Invasion was that really bad Samuel Jackson vehicle where they were trying to copy the story arc, and it was just rubbed everybody the wrong way. And it's like
It
the one.
wasn't that bad.
It was bad, bro. I'm
It
sorry.
wasn't that bad.
They killed it. Okay, so what they did
Go
was
on.
they pretty much said that ever since Civil War, where Rhodey broke his legs, he got metal legs. He's been a scroll. He's been a scroll infiltrator, and he was an alien the whole time, right? The real Rhodey was like hemmed up in some warehouse somewhere in Sandusky, Illinois, and there's this alien that's been infiltrating the Avengers and being there for all the pivotal moments after that. Endgame, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, all that stuff. And everyone was really upset because I'll never shout out to JP. Everyone was really upset because it's like this hasn't been Rhodey this whole time. Adios, turret nuggets. Tootie with the quotes. Let's go.
You're not supposed to read my chat.
I'm sorry, it's too hype. It makes me hype. Sorry, it makes me. I can see everything like a Watu. They rewritten his participation. Yes, they did. But I think that's and disagree with me, but I think that's the point. It's like, and that was the point in the comics. It's like, okay, this has been an alien beast for how long? Where's the real beast been? That sucks.
Yeah.
You know, Spider Woman's been a scroll queen for how long? It's kind of like they wanted that same effect, but they didn't earn it. So you felt betrayed rather than like, yo, that's crazy. They got the wrong response. So it was an assassination of character for Rhodey.
And I don't know if it's not that they didn't earn it, but it didn't necessarily make sense when they did it. It's like it just kind of came out of left field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like Steph going, really? That's what we're doing with this? It was kind of like that bad soap opera turn where you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Madre de Dios. And you're just like, it turned into a novella and it wasn't necessary. You know, like what? So, but I think Armor Wars is going to be interesting because now you have to deal with the real Rhodey finding out that Tony's dead. And how is he going to take that shit? You know what I mean? Like, so that adds like a wrinkle to that character's development. So I'm really interested. And Don Cheadle's no slouch. You know, he's like an Oscar-nominated actor. So I think with good writing, and Marvel's been acting, with good writing, I have hope. But don't hold out hope for Ironheart. Ironheart and Wonder Man are the last of the other guy who kind of just was putting shit out in Marvel and destroyed the credibility of Marvel. So, you know, even though I'm trying to champion and put a cape on for Ironheart, it may be shit, y'all. I may have to eat crow by the end of this season. I may have to. And the same thing with Wonder Man. But we'll see.
Kudos to you for checking it out.
Yeah, I got to. I have to. And
I checked it out. I had to because I've been bitching about it for like the last month. So I had to check it out.
yeah, you got to put your money where your mouth is at some point.
Exactly.
I feel you. And please understand.
That wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair to the work that was actually put into it.
You know what? I respect it.
Hear a bitch about it and then not know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. No,
You know
I'm
what?
good.
You know what, Toots? You're the real master of the Nerdiverse. I wish I had a clap
not.
button. You're the
I
real
don't know
one.
what you guys were just talking about now.
ISO.
I don't know.
ISO,
nothing.
no, ISO will break everything. I can't ISO right now. The system is so delicate. If I ISO, my mic will just start cracking or something stupid. But
You guys know I get a little racist when you ISO, so don't.
yeah, you get racist and anti-Semitic and all types of wild shit. I can't edit out and just have to hold the heat of that. That's
When
not hype.
someone sticks a mic in my face, I can't help but
I
say
can't
the
help
wrong
it.
thing.
That's a T-shirt. If you stick a mic in my face, I might get racist. That's
guys-
wild, yo.
What are you talking about?
That's wild. Dog.
I don't know what it's a must.
I don't know what comes over me. I don't know.
I get it.
I got chills and they're multiplying.
Black people. Know what I mean? One of those.
Thank you. You work with two of them.
That's not fair. That's not fair because yeah, of course, but I go to bat, especially like I'm telling you, I don't think my theory is wrong. I do think that Hollywood is sabotaging black actors. I personally believe that in my soul, and it as someone who tried relentlessly to get into Hollywood to the point where I ended up literally losing everything in my life because of it. I don't think it's right. I think Hollywood is absolutely evil, and I think it's at the expense and exploitation of actual great black actors and actresses. So that's my ISO there.
Edward. I don't know.
I did not say Edward.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I was like, what?
Okay. To the order, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how you're ending that one, huh? All right.
She just said,
That one was just
she pauses for a
that
second.
one was just in the chamber, fellas.
Tacos. You got
My
it,
bad.
Tootie Yoden.
Cool.
I want to talk about something that neither of you probably watched, but I want to get you to watch it if it's okay. And if anybody's in the chat, has anybody watched Predator, Killer of Killers on Hulu?
Not yet, but you told us about
Oh,
it.
it's so fucking good. Okay, can I gush about Predator, Killer of Killers for a second?
Yeah, but don't do that noise.
I'm gonna make the noise.
Ew.
That's my skeezy noise. I will only do it once a month, and this was the time. So I just got it in. So Predator, Killer of Killers is a new Predator movie by the guy who directed Prey. If you haven't seen Prey, watch Prey. And it's an anthology of predators that span the decades, Doug. It's a predator fighting a Norse warrior. It's a predator fighting a Japanese samurai, and it's a predator fighting a World War One pilot. And it's 3 different stories that all to come together at the end, and it's so effing badass. It's so cool. It's so I can't gush
You
it out.
say it's animated?
It's animated, like it has the same animation style as like Enter the Spider-Verse. You know what I mean? It has that
So
kind of.
it sounds like animated Black Mirror is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, it's the Predator. It's like people have been begging for this for years. I want to see Predators fight samurais. I want to see Predators fight Thor. I want to see. And here you go. There you go. This is Predators fighting whatever the hell you want. You've always wanted, and it's so cool. Like Watch said it before. Like they could do so much in animation that you can't do in live action. That just boosts the awesomeness of a lot of these properties. Frisky Jesus, I had to walk away from the Predator versus Alien franchise. Frisky, come back, baby. It's getting good, baby. Come back, baby. It's getting good. I'm hearing good things about Alien Earth, and of course, Prey is excellent.
We did a review on Prometheus, Frisky Jesus, if you want to check that out. So was it Prometheus? Yeah, right. It was okay, but go check out our review of it.
Yes, watch
It's
it.
worth the watch. Yeah.
You know what it is? It reminds me of like Star Wars coming back. Like, getting like a showrunner behind it that actually gives a shit. You know what I mean? Like, watch. Who's the guy who's been running Star Wars that's been making it awesome? I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni. It's like there's a Dave Filoni for Predator that's like, look, guys, I know y'all don't care about this. Let me just have it, and I'm gonna do whatever I want with it. And they've been killing it so far. They got Ridley Scott's bum ass out of there. They got shots fired at Ridley Scott.
He's tired, boss.
Let him go lay down, Doug. Ridley Scott is one of the guys who needs to go Mimi, Doug. And they let him go. They let him go Mimi. And now the young kids who are weird, and they're basing this stuff off the comics from like the 80s, like the Alien versus Predator shit from like the 80s and 90s. The Dark Horse comics is where they're basing a lot of this stuff off of. So you're getting like the Red Alien Queens and the Yachuas and the Blood Oaths and shit. It's getting really crazy, Doug.
Yeah. I was seeing something about some red alien on my YouTube feeds, and I was like, well, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, what you know about the Earth Wars, Doug? What you know about the Earth Wars and the blue aliens versus the red aliens, and Schaefer with a robotic, and Dutch from Predator 1 with a robotic arm, Doug. And Lynn Kurosawa, Doug. Shut up! It's so hype. I'm sorry. I nerd out about Predator and aliens because they rule. Man, but yes, all that to say, please watch it. Let me know what you think.
All right.
I can give that a go.
Yeah.
There's so much to watch right now. Jesus. All right. I got it. Speaking of, are you guys watching Fish Tank? Either one of you at all?
You forced me at gunpoint, Toots. I
did.
You forced me at gunpoint.
The best live TV.
Explain it to
Yeah, like the dude who like built the aquariums for people.
Almost. But listen up. Okay, almost that. So basically, it's Big Brother. It's Big Brother, but it's with very unique individuals that come into the house. There's 2 fellas that are on the spectrum. They have autism. There's a 35-year-old cover band artist. He's actually a really talented drummer. There's an Australian girl. She's very tough. Her brother is actually in Australia right now on trial for murder because he stabbed a guy and killed him. Like these people are not nobodies. There's a jailbait girl. She's like maybe 18 years old, if that. But the show is no holds barred. It is it's like I said, it's Big Brother, so there's cameras everywhere, and the cameras do go off 24/7. These people have elimination 24/7 also. You can get kicked out at any time, especially if another contestant is kicking you out. They can't leave the house. Sometimes they're allowed to drink. They're not allowed to smoke weed. They are allowed nicotine. So like the house does have certain rules, but those rules are only meant to torture the contestants. So throughout the series or throughout the show, the contestants have to endure TTS announcements that come in, and a lot of them are just screams. Some of them are car screeching. Some of them are the emergency siren that you hear during tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff like that. Some of them are just mean, just the meanest things you can say to somebody. And I guess the contestants are tough as nails because most of them are still there. There's only been 2 eliminations, and one was a quit. So I mean, the show is just insane. Because it's insane, they had to move twice. They just escaped one house on Thursday because they were doxxed. And again, today they had to do the same thing today because they were doxxed. So nobody knows where they're at right now. I actively watch the live feed as much as possible. It's so good. It's the best trash TV that's out there right now. And my favorite character, or I guess contestant, is this fella named Arya, who all he does is sing musicals. He gives you facts, especially about SpongeBob, especially about The Simpsons, and he sings musicals the entire time. And I don't know if he's a bit. I don't know if he's added in there. I don't think so. It looks like it's coming off very natural. But man, it is my latest obsession. When this show is over, I will probably be able to go back to the real world, but I can't. I'm so balls deep into it. I highly recommend it for people with tough skin because it's really not for everybody. It's a wild show. It's wild.
Man, yeah, I've watched. I was like, okay, Toots, I'll give it a shot. And I watched it, and then this guy just started screaming for like a good 45 seconds straight. And I was just like, your wisdom teeth start shaking.
I mean,
You
it just sounds like living in LA to me.
I mean, honestly,
Pretty much.
Bradley, Brian, that's exactly it. That's exactly what it is. It's basically just a big ass house with a bunch of off the wall, unhinged college roommates. That's exactly what it is. It's a frat house. There's hazing. There's literal hazing involved. Like these people, guy or girl, they go toe to toe. Obviously, they're not allowed to hit each other, but they are allowed to pull each other by the clothes and try to shove each other out the door because once you step outside, you're eliminated. Like it gets nuts. It gets absolutely nuts, which is why
Not that I'm going
have
to
to
watch
leave
this because I don't really do the trash TV thing. But
Oh, I love
what do you win?
You
Right
win,
now, the prize is $30,000. I think. I think it may be 35, but it goes higher and higher as the show progresses. So
Okay.
right now they're on day 15, and the entire show it goes for a total of 42 days. I'm not a huge fan of trash TV, but what I like about this is that it's absolute raw and reality. There's nothing that's scripted outside of like outside character. Like they brought a magician in to visit them. A mariachi band was there yesterday. Like there's those types of bits that
Literally
happen.
sounds like my hell on earth.
And
Like it's like Brian, like
Exactly.
I'm gonna stick you in
I
this
gotta
house.
go.
And it's like,
Brian's like,
you know what? I don't
uh,
like
It's so
this. Where's the bell? Ding ding.
ding ding.
It's so good, you guys. You have
That's
no
funny.
idea.
Brian,
And I don't blame you for not wanting to watch it because it is empty, absolute trash TV.
Well,
And
all you
honestly,
have to do was say like random person screaming for 45 seconds.
You
Like
have no
I
idea.
literally that type of thing
I
like
have to
makes
mute
my
it
skin crawl.
half the
It's
time.
like,
Yeah, I have to mute it because the
would you
TTSs
shut
that
up?
comes in is literally that just
Yeah,
and
no.
it's just like over and over. It's like, oh my god, how are they dealing with this? Like I don't know how. So like it's on a mute and I'm just watching things happen and
You know-
I'll unmute it if something's happening. But yeah,
That's
man,
funny.
it's wild.
I like the fact that's on a live stream 24/7 that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
watch. No, so
Yeah, on
that's
their website, it's 24/7. You're watching them sleep. You're watching them fart. Obviously, you can't watch them shower and blah blah blah. But there's no holds barred.
you know what?
Very interesting.
From what I've
It's the fourth
seen,
season, by the way, and I've watched all 4.
you know what it reminds me of from what I've seen of it. It reminds me of like those Nazi sleep deprivation trials that they were making people do, like during like World War II. And like you see the picture of the guy who lasted the longest. It's just a skinny skeleton with like a Skeletor mouth. He's just looking directly into the camera. It's like they're subjecting these people to the worst horrors, and that's just themselves having to coexist. So from what I've seen, it's actually kind of insane. If you're into that,
Insane.
and two, it's been not talking about it nonstop for like since you've kind of discovered it.
Yeah, since it started. Yeah, this season anyway. And I because it's such a taboo show, I don't share it with anybody. You know what I mean? But like it's so good. It's too good. Like
Well, that's what we're
I
here
love
for, to turn the people onto something new and to
Yeah.
something
right,
weird and something
right,
And
like
maybe your bag,
interesting. You know
man.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
right.
Especially something that you can't find everywhere. You know what I mean?
That's
Exactly.
it.
Like,
That's exactly it for me. That's exactly. You're
Exactly.
not finding this type of content anywhere at all. And again, a lot of it is literally watching them like sit there and do nothing because they're so fried. They're over it already. You can tell they're over it. So it's 45 minutes of just watching one of the characters or one of the contestants sitting there like playing with their fingernails or whatever, just in
uh,
bed contemplating life. So there is a lot of downtime on these streams, but when they're up, they're up. Goodness, man.
Very
It's so
good.
much fun.
Oh man. So watch. Would you
um,
subject yourself to anything like that?
absolutely not. You know me, Mike. There is no
Yeah.
way on.
You
I
barely wanted
mean,
to
I
be at
don't.
work, bro. Like in
I
an
do.
open
I
air
barely want to
environment.
be around civilized
Yeah.
people. Are you
Around
kidding
humans,
me?
Doug.
Like, come on, man. I will bring up a movie that I did watch. I don't know if any of you watched it, but I had been super excited to watch it, and the first two were awesome. And then I finally got around to watching A Quiet Place, day one.
Ooh, I heard good things about that. I
Oh,
You
heard
know
good things.
what? It was sad.
Yeah.
Like it ended, and I was like, oh, well, this is a sad movie. It
Yeah,
was
you're putting them
not
out,
the
Doug. You're like,
it was not like the action blockbuster that the first two were that I enjoyed so much. In fact, one of my major issues with it, and I'll get to whether or not it was good, is A Quiet Place day one. So you think you'd get some sort of background on something, but no, I'm gonna spoil it because it's the first 30 seconds. The Earth vibrates at 90 decibels, and thus a bunch of things came down like meteoroids, and they wound up being aliens that kills people. And that is the explanation for those three movies that I have. And I guess I was just looking for something more from something called Day One, and it left me a tad bit bummed because A Quiet Place. If you have not seen A Quiet Place Part One and Two, those are some great films. The
yeah.
first time you
Hmm.
watch them, those are great films. This is also not a bad film, but it's just not the action blockbuster that the other two were. So, if you are a Quiet Place fan and been looking into it, yeah, go into it with your expectations kind
sweet.
of tempered.
It's one of those things where it's like you would think at some point they'll explain something, right? It's the whole Night of the Living Dead thing, where it's like, why are these people coming back to life? You'll never know. And it's been 30, 40 years. We still don't know why the dead are coming back to life. And in the Night of the Living Dead, where it's like, okay, where the Quiet Place things come from? You'll never figure it out. And
That's actually brilliant, huh?
it's
Because
the
no one even
mystery.
asked. No one asked after Night of the Living Dead. The movie was done so well, no one asked. Well, where did it
Hmm.
come from? No one asked.
No,
It
where did you
wasn't a
go,
question.
Cotton Eye Joe? You know.
Right.
um,
I mean, to be fair, I think in all zombie movies, haven't seen 28 years later yet. Tootie, did you end up going to a movie, by the way? The
I
Final
did not.
Destination, or okay, you did
Nope, I
not?
did not. But well, because we actually and I attempted to go to the movie, but it was in between. It was either going to start at 9 p.m. or 5:20, right when we got there, and I wanted to drink, so we didn't watch it. Um, but
Respect.
but I actually heard Final Destination was a hell of a lot better than 28 years later. Even though I'm hearing cinematically, 28 years later spent a lot of money for a good film,
I'm
for good
hearing
film production.
28 years later is a movie that is more a movie than a zombie movie per se. Like, you know what I mean? And as far as the Final Destination, some random newscaster just tweeted, and I thought it was the coolest thing. He was like driving, and he or in a passenger seat, and he took a photo of like a semi with wood on it, and he's like, "I am
Nice.
seeing Final Destination deaths everywhere." And,
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting coming from like a newscaster. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And that's exactly the reason I want to see that movie because it leaves you with like, yeah, that's popcorn. Awesome. So, anyway.
So here's what I will tell you, and this is what I'm learning from the interwebs, whether it's true or not. I have not discovered for myself. Apparently, you see Zombie Wiener, and 28 years later, that's how ridiculous it is.
Well, I'll buy my ticket tonight, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess I got to see what that's about. Though. Like,
I guess I have to
I
know.
guess now I have to figure that out. Saturday nights 8 p.m. Because it's like Nosferatu kind of spoiled us, right? You do think you're gonna see Nosferapine? Now you're seeing Zombie Peen, whatever that is.
That's weird. Why are they doing this to us?
Because full frontal makes people uncomfortable, and uncomfortability is fear. You fear uncomfortableness. So Zombie Peen it is, Doug. Okay. That's what we needed.
Yeah.
That's what the streets needed.
I do have two rapid fire questions for each of you specifically. One for both, one specifically. Specifically, Mike, first off, Superman, your show, your movie, man, some early reviews are not I'm hearing weird things that I don't think I want to be hearing. But I don't know if you've heard the same things, but your comments.
Don't believe the hype. I'm hearing only excellent things. I'm hearing it has a lot of heart. Don't believe the rage bait. Go see it. Make your own assessment. Make your own.
I'm gonna see it regardless.
Yeah. Make your own judgment of the
I don't care
film.
what people are saying.
Don't believe the hype because people are going to
Not for this
nitpick.
one.
I'm seeing people nitpick the graphics and nitpick the littlest, stupidest things. I'm like, it's rage bait. Can't listen to it.
All right.
Gotta go in and see it for yourself.
All right. All right. Secondly, as someone who hasn't followed The Simpsons, I'm hearing they killed off a character or did
I hear that too.
a future killing. Has this happened? Has this show aired yet? Is this like a special coming on in September? Like
That's a Toots question.
911. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you. So yes, Marge was actively killed off on this episode, and yes, Mike, you are coming in with a little bit of static, just so you know.
Of course.
Yeah, I know. I heard you whisper. So anyway, but yes, Marge was killed off in a single one-off episode. It's not canon. In fact, it's already been quoted that the creator has already said it's not canon because The Simpsons doesn't have any canon. So yes,
Such
it's
a
been confirmed that
cop-out.
Marge was killed off.
Wait.
The Simpsons have done it for years. They don't even change their clothes.
But
So,
hold
no,
on.
it's-
They never brought back Ned's wife, did they?
No, but see, I think that was a contract issue, if I
That
remember
was a
correctly.
contract issue.
I
Okay.
don't know for sure because that does happen. That there are the voice actors. There are certain voice actors that cost a hell of a lot more money than others. Tess McNeil is one of the bigger ones, and she ended up quitting Edna Krabappel and a few other characters. Like, yeah, they get to pick and choose who they want to play and who they don't want to play. But Maude, it's weird. As much Simpson does not have canon, and by the way, Maude has come back several times
Okay.
in his dreams, just in fantasies, just randomly because it's funny. Because why is Maude here? And also in several Treehouse of Horrors. But yes, Marge was killed off. It's obviously not canon. She will be back again.
Okay.
Bart was also killed off. And again, the Treehouse. The only reason why it makes it like, oh my God, where's Marge, is because the only killings that they actually do are usually in Treehouse of Horrors. Everybody dies in Treehouse of Horror episode.
Mhm.
Everybody. So so that's kind of like you said, Mike. It is kind of a cop out, but that's always been The Simpsons, and the 36 years that The Simpsons been on, it's always been that way. So
And
have no fear, Simpsons fans. I'm here.
Very good. Thank you, Lady
There you
Odin.
go.
Because I was
Lady
like,
Odin,
what the hell
ladies
is
and gentlemen.
happening, man? What are
Wow,
they
man.
doing? Like, why would they do that? So, all
I
right.
looked
There's
it up.
no need to
Yeah.
fear.
I looked it up. I was all over it. Yeah, we're good. We're good on that
We're
one.
good. We're good. So we have to talk about Street Fighter before we leave. Before we go into this, am I still coming in staticky?
No.
I'm
No, no,
black.
no. You're good right now.
I'm
Yeah.
black. I'm black and I'm back. So
I'm black and I'm black and
I'm
I'm
black.
black and
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all,
I'm
and
black,
I'm
y'all.
blickety 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 black, y'all.
Black,
What
y'all.
what y'all know about CB4? Y'all know nothing. You children,
No.
you small children know nothing about how sick CB4 is, dog. Anyway,
Amazing.
amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Watch CB4. Speaking of CB4, they got 50 Cent playing Balrog in the Street Fighter movie.
Thank you. Thank you
Wouldn't
for
it
bringing
made
this
more
up.
sense for him to play DJ?
No, he's not Jamaican, man. You gotta have
I know,
Jamaican.
but at least
He's
Bumper
not
clap.
at least
Jamaican.
he's a
Bumbo
musician. You know
clad.
what I mean?
The two just said random Jamaican words. Curry good. Bumbo Claya. I'm the original
Okay.
Jamaican Dandada. Give it a chance. Why aren't you
If I
guys giving
wasn't
it a chance?
Jamaican, then why
If
would I wear this
why
hat?
would I wear this hat? Right near the beach, boy. Enough of that. We just pissed off 98% of our fan base who are Jamaican. Um, this movie is ass. I'm doubling down. I'm not giving shit a chance. This movie is ass. It's already ass, dude. I don't know what this is for. This sounds like a bad Super Bowl commercial. It sounds like a Super Bowl commercial that's going to come out in February. It's going to be star-studded, and it's going to be Street Fighter. This isn't real. Why is this happening? Why?
It doesn't
It
sound
makes me
real.
upset.
Like it really doesn't sound
I'm
real. It
tripling
sounds like
down,
a fool's
dude.
joke.
It's a 2-pack of ass, dog.
Maybe it's a sabotage of nerd culture altogether, as opposed to just
It's pissing me
like,
off.
yeah. This one sucks.
Big
I
ass.
sucks.
Every single thing I hear about it makes it worse.
And the news
Everything.
keeps dropping.
And
Yeah.
it keep in running, running, in running, running,
Yeah,
in running,
every
running.
day there's a new one,
There's a
and I'm
new.
like,
Hey,
really?
Street Fighter fans, you know your beloved character you've loved since the Sega Genesis days? They're being played by controversial comedian. Dan is being played by what's his name? The comedian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that. Because
Wait,
Dan
which comedian?
Lee Schultz,
I'll
something
get it.
Schultz.
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz is playing Dan Hibiki, the Japanese man from Street Fighter.
Yes.
It's like they're doing it on purpose.
He's Italian Jew. What's
And
going on?
he weighs 10 pounds soaking wet. I don't give it a chance though.
What is going on in
Toots,
the world?
you're being wrong.
And
give
I
it a
have to hit the
chance.
gym. Yes,
And
I get it.
make sure you hit the gym and you give it a
What?
chance.
I know, right? But sorry. I'll hit the gym though.
I will continue. You know what? It's fine because I don't like rubbing things in. But if you didn't insult me, I probably would have let it go. But I will continue to be like once you insult me, it's free reign. So it's like I'm going to continue to be right as you continue to be wrong, and we're just going to let that spiral out.
She was wrong. For those who don't know, a commenter commented on
Oh, continue
on
to
the
bring this up.
podcast, told Mike to hit the gym, and he
Give it a
has hit the
chance.
gym because
have.
of this. So
I
it has
have.
been positive motivation.
It
But
has,
girl, you wrong.
girl. You're
She
doing
was
wrong.
wrong.
You're doing wrong. You're doing
All right,
wrong.
nobody knows that.
Nobody knows
Actually,
that. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe you guys do. We're all the same age, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yes, the nerdiverse. Yeah, you're doing wrong. I could lock you up. No,
Michael Jackson, Moonwalker.
Michael Jackson. Watch Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
Yeah, please watch Michael Jackson movie.
I don't-
Even though it's a little weird looking back on it now, but
we
got it. We'll talk. We'll talk one day on that one. Yeah, I agree, Brian.
It gets weirder. Don't listen to the lyrics, Doug. That's I'm learning that from a lot of rappers
Look at
and
this.
musicians. Look at
Mike,
this.
let it go.
Don't listen too hard to the lyrics, guys. We used to be brothers, getting down undercovers. What are you talking about, P Diddy?
Dude.
Sir?
That being said,
Sir?
Biggie has questionable lyrics as well.
Oh, listen to Dead Wrong. I'm not even going to quote them on this podcast because they're so.
No, you're right.
No, listen
You're
listen to what they're telling you. Then you
Does he not talking about rejecting a man who tries to actually have sex with him? Like he literally speaks on rejecting someone who tries to like pants him and like what is this?
and
What is
and
going on?
and raping one of his enemy's children. Yeah,
That part too. That part too.
Biggie lyrics.
So
Top
yeah,
top three hit, top two dead or alive. Apparently,
this is a hot take.
it's a
This is a
hot take.
really hot take.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to. It
Hey,
doesn't.
we gotta do this one day. We gotta do a hip hop one, a hip hop
Yeah.
conspiracy theory
Listen, I
episode
don't
one day. That'd be
because
fun.
that'd be fun because you don't have to argue with me. Argue with the lyrics. I didn't make them say that.
Yo,
I didn't
right?
make bars. Everything around Biggie is sus. Bradley know what I'm talking about. We knows what we talking about, man. Oh man, I know we have to talk about something Star Wars. So Wash, take it away. I still want to watch.
We
I
did
still want
not
to watch.
talk about anything Star
Nah,
Wars.
nah, I saw it.
Yes, that did just finish the Cataclysm, which was an
Yeah.
excellent High Republic book. I'll save all of that. But essentially, what we do is we find ourselves in one big ass battle, like a 4 or 5 hour long rainy battle, and the Jedi are getting their asses handed
Nice.
to them by the path.
Fuck 'em.
There's still 15 books to go. I don't know where this all ends, but right now, if you ask me where this story ranks as compared to like Palpatine's overtaking of the government and the Sith, like we are coming together here. Like this is leading to something to where I'm just like, what in the world is happening and why does no one see it? That said, there's something said in this book because there's a terrifying creature that I'm not going to spoil, and I don't even know much about, but it's been around for 8 or 9 books now, and I will spoil this because, Yoda at the end of the book is like, yes, it is a problem. And you're like, how long have you been around, bro? This is like 300 years. No one knows what's going on. And you're talking about something that happened like 300 years before that. So it's like they just keep building and laying this historic, just long groundwork. So
Spot on
that's
Yoda,
my
please.
2 cents.
That was a sick Yoda voice, by the way.
Wasn't
Yeah,
even
that
the
was
best one I got. I was just quick.
Oh man, that was
No,
great.
man, that's so powerful, so meaningful.
I was like Yoda. What
Yoda?
Yeah,
Really?
What the, is he here?
Dave Filoni?
Yeah.
Holler at your boy?
We're
was
hoping
good
for that
acting.
Star Wars
Acting.
voice acting contract one day. Yeah,
Real
read
deal.
this whole book.
Before we go into plugs, I have a stupid question for you, Wash. Say you're reading one of your books and you're listening, and the Jedi Council says there's a galactic threat that is approaching our planet, and out of hyperspace comes the Black Mercy, and it's Thanos. Would that just piss you off, or get you hyped?
I mean, that's a problem. I look at the Jedi Order and I look at Obi-Wan and I go, yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Okay.
And he's going to look and go, yes, I agree.
If Thanos shows up on Coruscant, which Jedi are they taking up there to handle the problem?
Anakin. There's only one Jedi to take
Okay.
anywhere to handle any problem, and his name is Anakin freaking Skywalker.
Okay,
Past that, good luck.
I'll give it to you. I'll even say Clone Wars era Jedi Council. Who are you taking up there to take out the Black Order and Thanos? This is super dirty. It has to do nothing with nothing, but I need to know, for someone that's entrenched in Star Wars, who are your top 3? You're taking your top 3 Jedi.
My top 3. I'm taking Yoda, I'm taking Anakin, and I'm taking Kenobi, and that's it. Like,
That's all you
there's
need,
a
baby.
reason that you could take a Mace Windu to Lady Odin.
Sorry. Okay, I have Mace, Yoda, and Kenobi. I would never take Anakin. Anakin's a liability.
Ooh, I would take.
It's a liability you don't want sitting on the sideline. You know what I mean? It's like that one timeout that you don't use. You're like, we don't need to use this timeout.
He's
we
a
got
nuke.
this win, and then you lose, and you're like, damn.
Anakin is super a nuke, right? You just drop him on there, like airdrop Anakin on the ship and let him do what he does best.
He is suspect. You don't know.
Yeah.
He could be like, Thanos makes sense.
I'm super taking.
And then,
Fuck that.
Then what?
Yep. Yeah.
Yoda's
Anakin-
like, damn it.
Anakin, Mace, and I'm taking Anakin, Mace, Ahsoka. I think they get it done.
Old
I think-
Ahsoka, not young Ahsoka.
No, I'm talking like right before she quits the Jedi Order, Ahsoka. That's the one I want.
Okay.
Actually, that's pretty sick. That's a pretty sick pick too.
Yeah, I think Ahsoka's going in there and wrecking shop. Oh yeah, I'm a big Ahsoka fan now. Anakin is a liability, but he's a good liability. He's like Naruto.
Good liability.
He's a nuke. You just airdrop him on this situation.
He's a good liability for the exact reason Brian said. I didn't get picked. I didn't get first round pick. I'm gonna bitch about it, and I'm gonna show you
I'm
guys how
never.
bad I am.
I'm badass. I should be on the Jedi Order.
He's like the little boy on Twilight Zone. Remember? What? That was a good thing you did, Johnny. That was a good thing. Like after he turned his
Oh
dad
yeah,
into
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Anakin.
send you to the
Exactly.
cornfield. Anakin's
Yeah.
gonna say, he's gonna say they're gonna be smoking on that Thanos pack later that night, bro. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Anakin gonna pack him up.
That was a fun question.
Very, yeah. Just out of nowhere, like I love doing mashups like
Nerd.
that.
Nerd.
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 That's the
I'm gonna bully
plugs.
you.
Don't bully
Okay,
me,
ready?
dog. I'm sensitive.
All right, plugs. Okay, just so you guys know, surprise, we are live every Friday night here at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube. Follow our Instagrams. Instagram at Masters of the Nerdiverse Cast, at tootie.odin003, at, I don't know if Brian wants his plugged. I didn't ask you.
Knock
Do it.
yourself out.
What?
Do
Okay,
it.
plug yours. 'Cause I didn't write it down
Brian
'cause
J. Wash, B.
Brian J.
Washington.
Wash or
I'm like-
Washes or Washcade. On Twitch, we are at Tootie_Odin003. I do I build things. Thank you, Brian, for my new build, my interim build. I love it so far. I did episode 1 last night. I'm gonna probably do episode 2 tonight and probably finish the project tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I like it. It actually works out really well. Tomorrow I will be picking up the new one. So here's mine at Tootie_Odin003. Wash's Cade is Brian's, and that's WASHSCADE. I couldn't find it because I didn't add the second S for whatever reason. And our Masters of the Nerdiverse one is MOTN_plays. Masters of the Nerdiverse figured it out. Is 8 p.m. on Saturdays, every Saturday, where Mikey either exposes and poses new figures that he has. He does feature a lot of his collectibles that you can see behind him on the episodes, and they are all live. He also features a lot of fic pins and other types of collectibles and upcoming features when it comes to 1/6 scale collectibles. So it's very, very fun. I'm there in the chat all the time because it actually is very, very fun. Random Select final round that is coming out, and not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday will be the final round.
Holy
and that
crap!
round,
I forgot. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Where
Yeah. This
Oh
is-
yeah.
this is it. This is
Yeah,
it.
this
And
is
the
it.
last one is Kingsman Secret Service versus Kick-Ass. So both Matthew Vaughn directed films. Again, it's called Random Select. We didn't fix this. We didn't choose this. It happened the way it happened. But both
Shout out Matthew Vaughn. Good
right?
job.
No shit. Kingsman Secret Service versus Kick-Ass. It's going to be a knockout. Kingsman versus Kick-Ass knockout, also known as
Hashtag
okay.
Vona. Oh,
All right. I won't. I'm good. I'm done with plugs. By the way.
tisk
What?
tisk,
What?
tisk tisk.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Vaughn off.
Hashtag Vaughn off.
Hashtag Vaughn
Hashtag
off.
Vaughn off.
This Toots is about to get us up out of here, dog. They're smoking on an MOT impact tonight.
You like that? That was fun, huh?
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
I saw you clench your butthole for a
Yeah, a
second.
little bit. You can see it in my face, just a clinch from the top of my head to my butthole.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
great.
ma'am, any final thoughts before we close this bad boy out? Dog?
No, everybody have a nice weekend. There's some Ironheart on TV. You know, I'm sure there's some other things on TV.
It's a
kinda slow
90s
for me
kind of
right now,
world.
but, yeah, man. There's things to
I
watch.
got
Watch
my
the Predator
girl.
show that that Michael was talking about. I'm gonna watch that. That sounds dope.
Please watch it. Please. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. I just needed to get that out. Thank you for
Like and
coming,
subscribe.
guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. We've been Masters of the Nerdiverse. You've been awesome. Shout outs to Mr. Ed for coming through. Yes, we've cloned multiple 2D Odins. We got like 7 of them back here, dude. They all have different personalities, like the 7 dwarfs.
Most of them are mean.
They're all mean, but in variations of mean. One's kind of sassy, though. That's my favorite one. That's the one we have here. This is the sassy one, dog. Shout outs to Brent. Shout outs to Bradley. Shout outs to Frisky Jesus for coming through. Shout outs Lone Fractal for coming by and saying hi. This is Master of the Nerdiverse. You're awesome. MOTN.